All right, this is probably the final episode. As you can see, that shiny bowl up in there. I've installed a brand new carburetor, and I used my metallic duct tape method to make sure that it primes. Watch this, watch that little brass tube in there. Did you see the fuel shoot out? So that means it's priming. That's a success. Now this carburetor I had in a box, I'm not sure if it's going to run right. If it doesn't, then I'll just swap it out for another new one, because this one may be a bad carburetor, because I've had it laying around for a while, and I think I tried it about a year ago and it didn't seem to run right, but I'm going to give it another chance, see how it does. But before we pull the cord on this thing, I've got to do something about these wheels, because they are binding and won't turn. So I have to push this mower around by tilting it back and pushing on the two back wheels. So let's see if we can get these wheels off and turn this old funky chain drive self-propelled mower into a regular push mower. So let's see if we can get that going. I'll go ahead and start on this side with this wheel and see what's underneath there. What I'm going to do is, one way or another, disable this transmission so it's just a push mower. And I've also got some work to do on that blade, because I don't like where it's sitting up in the deck. It's sitting up too high. It doesn't look like it was installed right anyway. I've got to get this little tab off. A lot of Craftsman mowers have this little tab on here, but this one has it too. This Murray, I think it's a Murray. Can't remember now. What has to come off. And got to find me a 9/16. If this doesn't come off easy, I'll get my breaker bar and get this thing off. There we go. That turned real easy. So that nut is off of there. Let's see if this wheel will come off very easily. Yes, it does. Don't want to lose that washer. It's kind of a little spacer. Oh, what a shame, because those teeth aren't torn up at all. Must be the other one that's messed up. So what I'm going to do is just knock this gear off, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. One of the reasons I'm doing this is that control up there is broken too, and I don't. This mower is so old and funky. I'm not trying to restore it. I'm just trying to make it run, be usable. So I'm going to get this little pressure washer off here. There we go. I think I got it off. Yep. And now that slides off, and that feels pretty stable. I might tighten that nut right there, and let's see if there's another nut under here. There probably is, but I don't know. Anyway, one of the things I'm going to do while this is off is lubricate this. Just going to kick a little WD-40 up in here, just so it's got at least some lubrication. And maybe this will be a little easier to adjust. And somebody's banged on this trying to get it to adjust, and that's how you ruin them. I don't really need that washer there, so I'll take that one off. Yeah, maybe I'll just slip this whole transmission out of here. All right, so we got this one off. Let's see if I can get this whole thing out. Probably won't be able to because of that chain device over there. But I'm able to move this axle pretty well. I'm gonna swing around the other side. Let's take a look at this one. We've got a new carburetor on here. Let's see if we can disable the automatic transmission on this side. Let's hope this one comes off as easily as the other one. Nope. I'm gonna try pushing down on it. There we go. Now that wheel adjuster is more stable than that one over there. This wheel off. And see, that's the one that's kind of torn up there. So let's get this off. I don't need these guards anymore. Okay, so I gotta get the gear off. And there's a little kind of little C-shaped washer on here that I gotta punch off. And there's some grooves on this side and then a match one on the other side. Okay, that came right off, that's great. Then that slips out. There's the pin, and there's the washer. Let me save that washer because I always need to know I won't need that pin. There's the gear. Throw that away. And let me get some lubrication on here. Okay, so I want to move the cut level again and see how hard it is to move. Oh man, that's a tough one. Let me stick this wheel under there. I don't know why that one is so tough. Boy, it is though, man. All right. So, let me hit it some more with some of this stuff. All right. Now the mistake is to hit this. You don't want to hit that. That's too flimsy. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit that with a rubber hammer. I just want some impact here. So while I'm pushing it away and clearing it, see now it moved. Now let's see if that helped. Oh, no. All right, now I'm going to come back. I think I gotta get a way to hit that thing. Let me see it over here. There we go. Are you still able to see that? No. There we go. All right, so I'm going to push this towards me and I'm going to go the other way. All that funky rust and stuff up in there. So now I think this will adjust a little easier. It's still pretty tough, but let me hit it with some more lubrication in different spots. There we go. Now we're going to try it. Okay, let's see. That one's on the same one. Now, in theory, we could just put these wheels back on and they would just roll. And that axle's in good shape, so let's try that. Just for testing purposes, it should be okay. So I'm going to get this wheel back on there. See, it just rolls so slick now. So I've taken that gear off. I need one of my nuts to reinstall that. Let's see. I'll try it without that. I'm not going to worry with that washer. We'll see how this behaves. need a 9/16 socket. Get this thing snugged up. Okay, see, so we're just not using the transmission. All right, so we'll do the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and install the wheel. Pull that out later. Let's see. I don't see it interfering with that wheel. But it's not doing me any good just carrying around extra weight. Let me see if this thing goes on pretty easily. There we go. Now I need the nut that held that wheel on, which is right there. Okay. Now obviously I don't have the air filter on, but just for testing it, won't hurt to run it for a few minutes without that. All right, so we're gonna we can roll this thing now. I was having a hard time getting out of the backyard earlier, but now I can. So I'm gonna go out here and try and start this mower. Hopefully the wheels will roll, even though I've still got the axle from that transmission attached. I don't think it's interfering with anything. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that rolls good. It's progress. And if I remember right, this carburetor ran rough the last time. And if it runs rough this time, that'll be the second time I've been trying to install it on a mower and had it not perform. So if it doesn't do well, I'll just stick another carburetor on there. Let's give it a try. I know it primes. I saw that. Here we go to the proving grounds. Got my clamps on there to hold the engine brake down. If I get this thing to run, once it gets cleaned up, it might look halfway decent. Got a brand new carburetor. Well, not brand new. One I've used before, but pretty new. And good fresh fuel. And it's got enough oil in it to operate. So let's see what happens here. Oh, gotta prime it. It's right here. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Spark plug wire attached? Yes, it is. No, I'm going to go 1, 2.